Hello, this is Seth and Katrin.
Oh, we are live already.
Already, surprise. Yeah. So, hello and welcome back to another Wednesday edition. This week, we thought we'd uh, kind of walk you through all of the tools that we've constructed. Katrin, in particular, has been very industrious and has been developing many tools to make all of you very happy.
Well,
So,
there are some tools that you really developed, which is they're already well known, I guess. But
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so we wanted to kind of organize things for you a little bit and show you how the tools that we have developed actually help you and help you pick and choose what fits wherever you're at. So I think Petrine has a
I have all the windows open. I'm just trying to put it here open. Just a second. Coming up. So we are starting out with our blend precisely. Is that correct?
sure. Blend precisely is a good place to start. So
wait a second. I'm sharing now. I think it should be all visible to everyone.
yep.
Yes, perfect. Hello, Grandpa Dennis. I think, oh, it's Sylvia here, not Dennis. Is he doing wood turning, I think, right, Sylvia? That's your husband. Or something. That's cute. All right, well, let's start out, Seth. You go ahead and originally talk about our original Blend Precisely basic product we brought out, what, 4.5 years ago now?
Right. So we've been growing arms and legs over the last 4 years, and so the basic program is just a way for you to do aromatherapy, store your recipes, see if you're getting into trouble with dilution ratio, store your own inventory, and do things like go to a market with a shopping cart and buy all the things that you need to do and see what your profit is. And the very handy businessy things that are very difficult to do by hand, which is the genesis of the product with Katrin in a shop in Lisbon, where she discovered how hard it was to do all of the things from client intake to developing product labeling and shipping and all of that. So Blend Precisely was born, and that would the aromatherapy product is for people that are suffering time, don't want to do math, and just find it easier to store and create products with it. So the $39 product is the skincare edition, and that's for people that are having to deal with IFRA regulations in specific. We discovered that the skincare people, a lot of cosmetic people that do creams and natural types of cosmetics, are they need to know very specifically like what constituent like linalool or something inside of a essential oil, whether that meets the IFRA regulations. And so a lot of this product is an attempt to solve those problems, and a few other features which we have a roadmap for, but I won't bore you with it right at the moment because that's a little bit out of scope for what we're talking about for now.
Yeah, and also, I don't know if you mentioned that already, but the $39 one does include our Indie AI Business Studio. And we had quite a few people that got grandfathered in, but we will talk about the Indie AI Business Studio in a moment as well. Just wanted to mention that this one will have that included, which is currently $29 a month.
Right. So the $59 product is
Oh, sorry, is not out yet. Launching in 2025. So
Right.
that one is actually coming rapidly now. Seth, you have to hurry up, mister. So the launching of the 2025 and Pro Plus, we're going to talk about more towards the end of December, beginning of January, because I don't like to talk about something that isn't fully built yet and still in testing phase, because I've learned over the years that software takes a lot of testing, a lot of reiterations, a lot of more testing. And so we will be talking about this one when it comes live. But for now, we have Blend Precisely, the 16 a month, the 39 a month. You save if you buy the yearly one, 2 months each of them. And this in the middle, the Pro one, has the Indie AI Studio included as well.
Okay.
Next up is our new AI assistant. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah. I can tell you all about this one.
Yeah, me too, almost.
Yeah. So one of the big problems that people are having with working with AI is that like if you have 100 documents to ask questions of, it gets unscalable. You can't do it, or it take you a very long time. And we came up with a way to store your documents. Right now, we're only processing PDF and text files, and more types of documents will be included later. But basically, what this does is it allows you to upload your documents and then treat all of the things that you uploaded as a target for your questions, for your AI questions. And on the roadmap is to take the thing that was whizzing by your screen just now, which is all of your recipes and all the information that is specific to you, and everything that you've stored in Blend Precisely. And we're going to give you the ability to have that accessible. And so you get to say, how many recipes do I have? What's the most? Show me all the recipes that have lavender in them. Just pretty much arbitrary questions that you can ask of your own system.
Yeah, so you can query your own data, which is right now not possible. And it's of course not possible because it needs a humongous, well, you know that more, but a humongous search of data basically to get you any kind of results. And it would have taken hours to go through 20,000 PDF documents probably and find a specific. Was it even possible before? I don't even know.
Yeah. So the way that Labaroma, DropSmart, and what we were doing, and was to set up a window and give you lots of little dials to twiddle and say, okay, I want to see all of the oils that have this therapeutic property, or show me all kinds of things about what's contained. And it was a very complicated way to do things, which is one of the major advances that everybody gets by simply having AI. Because now, instead of having to twiddle all those dials, you can create prompts to say, you know, count how much inventory I have, or how much does something cost, or just arbitrary questions of your own data. And it's much more effective, much more intuitive, and faster. So that's, by combining AI, you're getting a lot.
Yeah, so I think that this is probably our most advanced AI tool, I would say, because it works with your own data and it's not hallucinating as much. But it's also what is really nice, and I can show that quickly. I sat down the other morning coming up with a course idea, and I created 8 modules here. And I also created a lead magnet for the module, for the course, which would go up front. I also created a challenge and a goal setting worksheet to go out with the lead magnet or the challenge itself. Then I also created an onboarding checklist, an email sequence, a sales sequence, and a sales page. And I was able to create all of this one here based on my information I have in my assistant. And I created all of this within 1.5 hours. And that was just incredible to me. So that is just something where I would say, if you have like your GCMS reports in there, your research papers, your school papers, anything you've learned in the past, and you need to somehow think about, well, what was that again? What I was taught in 19, no, not 19, okay, not that, but in 2015 at the Aroma Head School. I know there was something about copiper, but I can't remember that anymore. And I wrote a research paper about copiper. So why don't I just grab that and review my research paper and actually create a mini course out of my copiper research paper? Now that would take me normally, like an 8-module class would normally take you around 6 weeks creating each of these sections you need for a course. Now it was 1.5 hours. And
I think we need to pause here and give this an appropriate wow. That's amazing.
Yeah,
This is not a
that-
small thing. This is
that
like,
is amazing.
wow.
And in theory, and that is a really good discussion that came up. I just got an email about AI and environment. But we also need to think how much time and computer power it saves you not needing to research for 6 weeks and going back in and having your computer turned on. You will also waste a lot of energy there. So creating something like this within 1.5 hours was amazing. Of course, it needs to be put now into a nice Canva template and all of that. But this one here that's magic. That is absolute magic. And this is what we can then actually use with our clients. I can go back in and go to my client visits and say, there was, I don't know, a Monica, and I remember there was Monica and she had these type of issues. Can you just search that back for me? And then you will get the results back. And that is what's so beautiful. On top of this, you're getting also the references back. So the references to the papers, so it will actually open up then in the PDF document. And you can delete and add papers as you need, or PDFs. So I don't want to spend too much time because I know we will be talking much more about the AI assistant the more we dive into it, and we talked about it in length yesterday.
If I can interject here just a moment.
Yeah.
I think one of the problems that I'm seeing is that these tools are so powerful. The limitation is no longer the tool, it's your imagination. What are you trying to do in your business? And we're providing tools, but you also need a certain amount of guidance. Like, these are things that can explode your sales. These are things that can explode your leads. These are things that can reduce the time to create content and to create recipes and everything that you do. The limitation is you, which is what you want. You don't want your tools to be slower than you. You want you to be the block.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. Actually, you can go off into the wrong direction because you can work so fast now that you find yourself actually writing some kind of interesting resource papers you might not even need. So the task is what is my business about? What next step do I need to take? And how can I fulfill that in the 2 hours I have available? And we know how much that's the number one thing. I don't have time or I don't have money. Well, now you get time back and it really doesn't cost you that much because compared to 6 weeks of work time, you now put it all into this 1.5 hour focus time. So right. You're right. It's a wow. I mean, we are doing that so much already that for me it is like just a given. But if I look back 14, 15, 16 months ago, I was like, what?
Yeah, it's so easy now. You don't even notice that you're cooking with gas.
No, it's more of an explosion than gas just alone. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
So,
But
so one of the things I think we've seen a lot is self-sabotage. And the
yes.
excuse that people tell themselves is like, oh, I don't have this installed, or I don't have this tool, or there's something else they need to do other than focus on the business and make the business grow and, use your creativity. So no more excuses. You have, your tools are not the limitation. You are.
No, it's
Ugh.
only now. I mean, just one point I would like to add to this, because it is available and becoming more and more available to everyone, it is more important to have your personality come out. And that might be still this little bit of imposter syndrome or not being able to go live or so. But that becomes now even more important, because one of the only differentiator in the future will be you, how you present, where you show up, how often, and how convenient it is for people to get a hold of you. So it's not the information anymore, because you can get that, but it's literally how you package everything and how you show up for your people. It's just, yes, exactly. Self-sabotaging. We all love that one. And to be honest, Sylvia, that is something that will come in over and over and over again. It's coming in when the first client is going to cancel. It's coming back when somebody writes you a nasty email. It's coming back when you don't have sales for 2 months or a month or 2 weeks. It will always come back, and you will always think, oh, maybe that's just not for me, or maybe I can't do it, or maybe I'm not good enough. But it's not true. We cannot give up if this is what we want to do, the job you're choosing to do. All right, I'm gonna move on, because otherwise it's gonna be an hour talk and we have a call at 2:00. So next up, Seth is the AI content creator you built as well based on my wish.
I guess that's something I have to talk about then.
Oh, you go for it.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty cool tool. The guts of this actually Katrin built, which is what they call prompt engineering. So as you know, when you go to Chat GPT, or maybe you don't know if you haven't played around with AI and Chat GPT or Claude or Perplexity, of any of the other online tools for using AI.
Sorry. Oh,
Um,
I'm sorry.
we went off into the desert here. Okay, here we are.
I was trying to look for a piece of paper. Sorry.
So what's with prompt engineering, it helps you get rid of the hallucinations that Katrin was talking about that plagues pretty much all just generic Chat GPT. There's people actually make their living with prompt engineering, which basically means I am a essential oil researcher. I am and then you make all these other instructions about what you're looking for. And the
Yeah.
more detailed you are, the more you get an exact result.
Can I just say quickly, I just pasted, for example, the personal assistant, what I created, the course. I'm pasting like a really long text file in here, and I'm just going to send it off. And then in under 3 minutes, you will get 19 pieces of content back you then can use. I just wanted to quickly mention that, because I want to show it in
I want to quickly mention, wow, that's crazy. Oh my God, that's nuts.
You
Right?
should, because that was amazing. It was an amazing piece of work you did there. Because this, I mean, I don't think yeah, I cannot even say how many hours that takes to create, but how much fun it is as well to create, because we have this wow effect every single day.
Your brain should be melting right about now. If
Yeah,
you
so
for the people that have built this kind of content by hand and the time it takes to do it the old school way now, is just like, to be able to do this, it's just like, it seems too easy. Like, I just added some content and clicked the submit button, and then that's normal.
and then yeah, you get something back within a few minutes, just that you have different content pieces. And I think the content pieces, basically, you can repurpose and reuse. So I always encourage everyone to come out with one long form content piece per week, which means like write a beautiful write a beautiful blog post, write or get on YouTube, create a video, take the transcript, write a research paper if you want to once a week and take that one. But you basically would paste any of your long form content in here, and then it will actually create 19 pieces of content getting back to you. And a lot of that is, for example, social media prompts. Then you also will get back ideas for a podcast. Then you will get back, gosh, so many other pieces of content. Let me just see if I can bring it over quickly so you can see that in action as well.
It's done. It should have been sent.
Yeah, it just came. I grabbed the wrong one. So, hang on. Yeah, it's just came in here. Thanks. Let me bring this over. So I just sent off this course content here, boosting membership retention. That was the original text here, very long. But then it gives you piece number 1, paraphrased content back. So you can use that. Obviously, these ones are modules. So it's not like a beautiful long blog post you had. It was just a quick example. But then also a revamped long form post is coming back where you get really way more in-depth detail. So it's revamping your posts a couple of times beautifully. Then you have a new blog post title with emojis if you want. You can obviously take them out as well. An email teaser to send off to your people, transform your membership. Are you ready to boost membership retention? Here's a lead magnet idea, what kind of lead magnet you can send out to your people. Quick win checklist. It gives you literally a checklist. Action, calculate your retention, regularly review these metrics to blah, blah, blah. So it's a little bit technical all. But you can copy and paste that checklist into Canva. Also a little bit of an expanded view here. Then an Instagram post teaser, a Facebook post, Pinterest post, TikTok post, depending which platform you use. I love key takeaways always. They give me really a beautiful, quick overview. You can use them anywhere in emails. Frequently asked questions, really nice because people do have, and I put them on my sales pages. Video transcript summary. So if you had a video transcript, it will give you an exact summary back. You get a short form video script. So you can actually record a video now based on your content, and it gives you these ideas too and what to say. Then it will give you a reel script. That's really beautiful too. A podcast outline in case you want to interview someone or you want to just create a podcast. Then it will also give you a funnel strategy, how to get people in with what kind of lead magnets and how to get them onto your email list. And then image description and a mid-journey image description, which I work mostly with. So just wanted to give this quickly an overview. That's the content creator. That one is a one-time fee of $27 right now, which will become, I mean, it's crazy. Why we do it that cheap, I don't know, but it's $27 right now, and I'm pretty sure that this price.
So it's important to know, and probably a few of our viewers are traumatized from seeing 19 pieces of something that you do something with, and it's not obvious what you do with them or where you put them. So that's where some of Katrin's magic comes in. She can, with the business courses that she's doing, she can guide you through and say, okay, well, this is where you need to do what you need to use for lead generation or whatever it is. But you, in some way, whether you work with Katrin or anybody else, you need enough business knowledge to know how to use the tools. It's a little bit like handing a chainsaw to a baby. If you don't have guidance, you're at worst you're gonna cut off your legs, and at the best
I'll get
case,
overwhelmed. I think you just
yeah,
can get overwhelmed. What do I do with all the content? Well, and that is something we definitely tackle in our Indie AI business community. We're going to talk about in a second. It's something where we create workflows so you can imagine. It's like, okay, I need to send an email sequence. What do I need now? Which tool? Why do I need it? And how do I write the prompts and everything else? So that's part. So we did reshuffle quite a bit over the last 3 months. Moving on to the Indie AI Business Hub here. So this one is something I have created so I can talk about it as well. It's basically a prompt studio. So a lot of people, 99% of people don't know how to prompt yet. And I just created a beautiful lead magnet there, which is a freebie as well. And obviously can attract clients. But yeah, so this one will explain you how to go from bad prompting to better prompting to pro prompting. And you only get shitty results back if you don't know how to prompt. So this studio prevents you from bad prompting. And I have created, again, custom engineered prompts in the back end. I think we have close to 40 different prompts in here you can use out of the box. Depending where you are in your business, you see that we have just content creation, which is a daily or weekly task everybody should do in their business. You always should have a content plan. You always should have engagement posts. You always should have social media posts. If you do YouTube, you get also a YouTube live email SEO back for YouTube. Design and branding, general help. That's where everybody should maybe start out. It's just a brainstorming cutie where you brainstorm what else can I do in my business. Marketing obviously is quite a bit. Everything sales, start my business. What is in here is like a niche finder, offer brainstorming, welcome email for your first signups, and also business idea study. This one is a pretty cool one where you can actually start with a business idea and it will give you a little bit of the probability how it will succeed. So that one is a nice one to test your business idea. As school, if you want to open up a community on school, you can do that too. They need level naming and about page. I have that in here too. And then obviously your a client intake form is available. So you can put all of your client pieces in here and it creates you, I should put something more in here. So it creates like a suggestion of essential oil blends and everything else. And then all point is in here as well. So if you have a client call and you recorded it, you can take the transcript and it will give you all the key points, action steps, and follow-up information back. So it's a really incredible tool. This tool is a standalone tool as well, but is included in our Indie AI Business Hub. And that is our latest community. My wish for this year was really to simplify again. Because, I mean, you might now think, well, what do you mean, Katrin, by simplifying? But I was in so many different Facebook groups active because I had all these different things going at the same time. And now I consolidated all of my paid programs and all of Blend Precisely and our programs there into the Indie AI Business Hub. And the reason is simply because everything is going to be on one calendar now. Everything is going to be in our classroom. The community is going to be in one place. The members, the leaderboards, maybe not so important or important, depending how active you are. And then also you can see the about page here. Now, this one is our latest baby. And I would say this one, and of course, all of our AI tools we built in the past 3 months for myself, no, for you as well. So it's really important to know that I go through the trenches in business, see what works, and then we say, oh, this could be a good product to see for others as well and help them in their business ventures. So that's our Indie AI Business Hub. Now, if you have been a customer with us for the past years, you have seen that you got pretty much like either grandfathered into some things. You're paying a very small but beautiful price still, but this is not the case anymore. So that door is closed. Everybody that is currently part of our communities, part of the pricing where it is, stays there. And from here on out, we do have all of these products separately. So it's easier to manage in terms of costs, as well as easier to cancel now and have just a single product. And the very last thing here is that we do have our app agency, and some of you have the app ready to go. And we also have, so Max is doing this one mostly. He is the one who knows the technical stuff. He's just like really good and really fast with everything. So there is a done for you version where he creates everything for you. And then there's also the done with you version where we together create an app with you together, and you also get a website. It's basically a 3-in-1 product where you get a website, a Google app, and an Android app and an Apple app. And all of those three ones have one design, and it's very simplified. It's very streamlined. The only thing that is sometimes a little bit more tedious, I would say, and that's where Max helps as well, is getting the apps into the app stores. But other than this, your PWA, which is a website, a regular website, can be live pretty much within a day or 2 days if you really work hard and you know what you want to put in there.
So for new people, Max is our son. He's a
Yeah, he's our son, and he's been working with us. Oh my God, he joined the business when he was 11. I think he did behind the scene videos, and he just wanted to film and do video editing. But he's been with us for 10 years now, I guess. And that's really sweet and beautiful, because we had a few businesses before this one. All right. Yeah. So we wanted to keep it as short as possible. But Seth, do you want to talk a little bit? Because I think a lot of people have been seeing us working on AI now, but we did have to catch up. Did you want to say something about Blend Precisely maybe still? And
good point. We have had to channel resources into AI because that's where the world is at right now, and not doing it is a high cost to everyone. So there's a whole bunch of things on Blend Precisely on both the aromatherapy and skincare side that I've been desperately trying to get to. Primarily giving you the ability to just simply upload a GCMS report, an STS report, or something like this, and just have the data in it available, particularly constituents of essential oils, which are, if there's different types of aromatherapists, but some people get very involved in knowing what's the content of eugenol, for example, and how much is in there, and how similar is that to another one, and these types of things. So we're trying to support everyone, and that's a critical one. And making that easy to do is possible now that we have the AI, and it still requires your input to say, okay, I've uploaded this GCMS report. Is everything I see in the PDF over in what I'm actually putting into the system?
So I think, Seth, still a lot of people, not the ones that are in our Indie AI Business Hub community anymore, but the people that are not using AI, they are completely scared still of AI, which is understandable if it's new to them. But when you say, when you scan or upload a document and then present everything through AI, what that basically means, it's not that it goes out and thinks of a few constituents to put into lavender. It's basically scanning the document and giving you back the information it saw on the document, which is, until our knowledge, until now, how accurate? Like 95%?
Right. So we're actually using AI to parse data out. We're combining parsing and enhancing the data with information that's not in the GCMS. So we're getting information that has been part of the enormous sucking of data by these large companies that have that data. So we're combining it so that the end result for you is you get quality data which you get to say that's correct or that's not correct, or I don't like that, and to adjust it in some way for your own benefit.
Right. So it's not that you need to type in anything anymore. It's not that you need to look for the numbers. I mean, we know how long GCMS reports can get. So all you will get is basically yes, 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 yes. And that's about it. Not
Yeah,
any
yeah.
opinions.
We actually have this in the skincare side, and it's the first draft of what we're trying to do is painful because you're having to enter in things one at a time. And that is a faster way to do things than what was previously done for a lot of people, but we can do better. And I can't wait to go there.
Yeah,
So,
so we pretty much closed up our AI, not closed up, but I mean, there's always something to do and to add because AI is growing that fast. But Seth's focus is now slowly going to go back to finalizing, and he was very close already with the GCMS reports, right? Creating
yep.
basically the version of what you want, what a lot of people wanted to see, is the lab aroma version basically inside of Blend Precisely. So some kind of a version like that. We always stepped away from that. We didn't want to be in the business of that because we didn't want to be the competition of lab aroma. But the request has been coming through a lot.
Right. Yeah. So
And
we're really, I'm personally very interested in getting much more useful reports. I mean, having data is one thing, but being able to have meaning from the data become obvious and useful for you is, I really want to get there and make it something you can work with.
yeah, that will be beautiful. Okay, so we should prepare for our next call. If you want to join us and if you're part of our Indie AI Business Hub community from 2 to 4, we will be doing today email sequences. Welcome email sequence, 3 of them, and then 3 to 7 nurturing email sequences. So you can actually help your people online on your email list and keep yourself fresh or on top of the mind of your subscribers. So that's what we're going to go through. We have a couple of hours available and we're going to meet up in our Indie AI Business Hub.
Okay.
Thank you. Are you oh, am I? Okay. All right. Thanks everyone. We will write an
Okay.
email and also put links in if there's any interest of anything. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.